Everyone, today I'm going to record the 61st chapter of my novel Farishta, and as I'm recording the 61st chapter, now the protagonist Farishta Sabzwari, he's in Orbul, he's not in Kreuzlingen. He came from Kreuzlingen to Zurich, from Zurich to Winterthur, and from Winterthur to Orbul, which is a small town. So let's start. How do I know what spectrum is? I had to go to Orbul. For me, that was enough. I was feeling hungry because I was habitual of having breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast 6 o'clock in the morning, lunch at 12 o'clock, and dinner at 6 o'clock in the evening. So I was feeling very hungry. I just babble Ram Ram Ganga, the Evelia Panga. I came to Italy and I was going to Pakistan. My first mistake was staying in Italy, and second mistake was coming to Switzerland. I was feeling sick of all this. I was helpless. Finally bus came and one of the African boys said, "This is our bus." I entered in the bus. As bus started, I had a quick glance at the bus driver. He was Italian. I thought ice cream vendor is Italian, bus driver is Italian. I don't know how many departments they have. They are working in how many departments of Switzerland, and they are the biggest immigrants of Switzerland. They came from Italy to Switzerland. The first stop of bus was Technicum Straße, then Industry, and finally our stop came Orbul. I don't know what was the final destination of the bus, but we get off from the bus. And where we get off, in front of us, there was another bus stop. There was a small petrol pump, and next to the petrol pump, there was a small shop. And we crossed the road, and there was a small road next to the bus stop. We started walking on that road. I didn't realize that for the next coming 3 months, I'll be walking on this road nearly every day. The road where we were walking, on our right hand side, there was shop for skiing material. Further on, there was some factory. They sell circuit boards, and it's called ABB. And ABB is a big company who make circuit boards, and they send these circuit boards all around the world, even in poor countries. I was looking at all these things curiously. The African guy who was walking with me, he didn't know that what I was thinking. While we were walking, I saw lots of wooden planks. Italian people call them pancali. It was the back side of some factory, or maybe it was a store where they load and unload their trucks. In front of that building, there was another building, and it was my address where I had to go. In one corner, it was written Azilheim Orbul. At the upper floor of that building, there were glass windows, and after seeing through them, it seemed like that it is a laboratory. The entrance of the asylum center was downward, so it means we are going to stay in the basement. There was a small garden around the entrance. That African guy said, "What are you looking at? We have to go inside." I stopped capturing this scene with the camera of my eyes. and entered inside. That place, which was going to be my residence for 3 months. In front of the basement, there was open space, and there was a big sofa, and people of different nationalities were sitting over there. Anyway, I entered inside with that African guy. The place where I was walking, it was made of wooden planks. It was obvious that this asylum center was made on temporary basis. There was no door in our way. Both of us entered inside. There was table in the corner. On the other side, there was notice board, and on that notice board, there were so many Polaroid photos pasted. As I entered inside, a very fair complexioned guy came to me and said, "Are you coming from Kreuzlingen?" I said, "Yes." I showed him my papers, and he said, "My name is Schäfer, and I am the housemaster of this asylum. Schneider is another person. He is a second housemaster. He will come afterward." The housemaster was wearing sleeveless t-shirt. His chest wasn't broad, and he has belly as well. He had red spots on his arms, and that t-shirt, sleeveless t-shirt, didn't suit him. He had weird English accent. As we were introducing each other, I saw Gulbuddin. The Gulbuddin was coming from other side. "Come, my friend, come, my friend." I knew he wasn't Afghani, but he was acting like Afghani, and he always tried his level best to speak like Pathans. But he had accent like that he was, you can easily tell that he was from Mansehra or from Abbottabad, the areas in Pakistan. Housemaster Schäfer said to me, "You know each other?" I said, "Yes, we know each other. We were in the same asylum center in Kreuzlingen. He came earlier, and I had to stay a bit more." Housemaster had Polaroid camera in his hand. He said, "Whoever come here, we take his photo. It's for the memory. You just stand in front of me, and I will take your photo." Since I was in Swiss, I was obeying their orders. So like always, I obeyed his order and stood straight next to the wall. He took my photo with Polaroid camera. I saw a flashlight, and in a blink of eye, a photo of mine came out from the camera, from the bottom of the camera. He took photo in his hand and started drying it. When it was completely dry, he wrote my name under the photo and pasted it on the board where there were other photos. I felt that I'm not an asylum seeker. Instead, I'm some dangerous criminal. It was quite big hall. No smoking sign was hanged on the wall. Further on, there was door. People were coming and going inside. I didn't know that what was inside. Then there was a big wooden board, and it has different cuttings from newspapers, some pamphlets. They were pasted on it. There was a wall next to that. Then I turn around. Turn around towards hall. There were 4 big rectangular tables in the middle of the hall, and they were exactly the same tables as I saw in the Kreuzlingen Asylum Center. These tables were placed together, and around this table there were so many chairs. Housemaster Sheffer asked me to sit down. I sat on one chair. In the meantime, some boys came as well, but Gulbuddin disappeared somewhere. I didn't know where he has gone. But Schneider came. He was wearing checkered shirt, corduroy pantalon, and as he came, he shook his hand with me and with other people. Schneider and Schäfer talked something in German, but I didn't know what they were saying. It was only my guess that they were deciding that who will tell them the house rules, either Schneider or Schäfer, or one by one. So Schneider said he had German face and very different nose. Welcome from the asylum center team. I am Schäfer. I and Schäfer, we manage this asylum center. In other words, we are worker of this center. I work 3 days and Schneider worked 3 days, but sometimes we have to come if there is any emergency. There are other people, they are working with us as well. So everyone has 6-hour shift. So from 9 to 5 we are here, and then in the evening there is someone always over here, and we are open 24 hours. So this is the little introduction. Today we are, normally I don't come on this day, but when we give the social check, then we both have to come. The people who work here, they have shift for 6 hours. Like this, we have always someone at the counter. So we provide our services for 24 hours. This is the main hall of this asylum center. Sorry about that. I already observed the condition of the hall. It was awful. In front of the hall, there is kitchen. Next to the kitchen, there is a small room, which is emergency exit. But there's a telephone box installed over there. But in that telephone box, you can only receive calls. You cannot call from that. Next to it, there are bathrooms where you can do shave, you clean your teeth, and you do your basic necessities. When you will go inside, you will see there are big mirrors. Next to this hall, there is a TV room. On that TV, you can see 200 different channels because it is connected with dish antenna. Next to TV room, there are bedrooms. We have divided people according to the continent. One room is reserved for the African guys, other room is reserved for the Asian people, and the last room is reserved for the Russian and Eastern European people. After hearing this, I got annoyed. I felt blood is boiling in my core. It's such a cheap thing. I felt that he's not Schneider. He is Hitler. I was feeling that Hitler is sitting in front of me. He wanted to separate Aryans from other races. When Schneider saw me thinking like that, he said, "What are you thinking?" I said nothing. Like this, I got rid of this because I didn't want to confuse myself in these things in the beginning. Then Schneider continued his explanation. In every room, there are triple story beds, and in every room, 18 people can sleep. After hearing this, my head started moving. I started thinking, what kind of Switzerland is this? In Kreuzlingen, There were 16 people in one room, and here 18 people. We were anxiously waiting for the temporary crisis that we will have separate rooms for, for a comfortable sleep. But here the condition was very bad, worse than Kreuzlingen. Here the only difference was we were free. We were allowed to go outside more than 2 hours. Schneider said, "You look upset." I said, "Nothing wrong with me." He said, "We will give you one towel, bedsheet, pillow, pillow cover, soap, toothbrush, and toothpaste only once. Next time you will have to buy all these things when we will give you the check. You will have to wash bed sheets twice a week. There is a big collective bath for everyone where you can have shower. There are plastic curtains in between so 10 people can take shower at the same time." Thank you very much. I hope you like my video, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you very much.